Okay, so we're starting the next part of the main story. Overseer, Overseen, enter Vault Tech University. Let's do it. I saw movement. I definitely saw movement right there. Campus security iBot. Uh-huh.
Hostile target identified. Unidentified intruder detected. Beginning search.
Something on tank treads. One of those smart brains or whatever they're called. Oh my god. We are strong as book.
Thought as much. Nothing there after all.
Mr. Handy? He doesn't know. He lacks critical information. It was just the wind. There's nobody there.
I know there's a restricted section of the university. You think
Professor
the
Bot?
students never noticed who comes and goes?
Oh, it's her.
It does not matter what you may have seen or heard before you graduated. Overseer. That is not my concern. Oh, I see one of your residents has arrived. Come here. We need to discuss this ridiculous request of yours.
Talk to Professor Bot.
The Overseer mentioned there would be more people coming.
Did she tell you we need to get into the restricted wing?
Assuming there even is a restricted section, and I am not verifying that, neither of you have Vault-Tec University credentials.
The Overseer graduated from here. She doesn't have access.
Faculty and staff determine who goes where in this university, not former students.
She's an alum.
I might be the only human being connected to this place that's still alive. My authority doesn't override yours?
No, it does not. And for the record, I was the dissenting opinion on fast-tracking your Overseer assignment. You are not pushing your way through me.
Damn, he's been holding a grudge for years. There has to be a way we can gain access.
There is one thing I need. A new graduating class. Unfortunately, your Overseer has already passed the final exam, but you could take it.
Oh boy, here we go.
You mean the vault simulation? That's ridiculous. All the professors are gone. The vaults have already been assigned.
My programming dictates that this university's purpose is to produce graduates, and I intend to follow the rules. Unlike some people, the simulation will be run by the Mr. Handy janitorial staff. It is an experimental protocol, but you will find they are more than up to the task.
I'll complete this exam of yours.
Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your vault has divided into factions. You must resolve the conflict any way you see fit. Your chief of security will fill you in on the details. Good luck.
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bot must have come up with it on his own.
Talk to the security chief. Okay, let's go meet our security chief. Security Chief Robinson.
You're the new Overseer. Heck of a boiling pot you're stepping into. Little tiff between the engineers and the med staff is ready to blow.
Give me the full situation report.
There was a reactor leak. Kellerman, head engineer's apprentice, rushed in to fix it. Poor kid got a full dose of rads.
That's awful.
That's not the worst of it. Dr. Loris, head of the medical team, refused to send in help. Quarantined the reactor area so nobody died trying to go in there. Head engineer Brass accused the doctor of murder. Then, a couple days later, people noticed that one of the doctor's assistants, Estella, was missing. Everyone thinks it's a revenge killing. An eye for an eye.
What do you think?
I don't know, Overseer. There's no proof the head engineer did anything nefarious. But there's no proof he didn't do it either. It'll be up to you to sort out this mess. Sorry I couldn't be of more help.
Thank you. I'll get to the bottom of this.
I'll be here if you need me, Overseer.
Talk to head engineer Brass. Talk to Dr. Loris. Medical staff. Dr. Loris.
Ah, Overseer. I'm so glad you've stepped into this little mess of ours. I'm sure you'll resolve the matter swiftly.
Definitely. I want to talk about your feud with head engineer Brass.
I don't have a feud with Brass. He has a feud with me.
Here we go.
I'm only doing my job, Overseer, looking out for the health of the vault. And I'm sorry to say that, in my medical opinion, the chief engineer is suffering from paranoia and revenge fixation. We can't let that fester.
I feel like we should ask additional questions here. I heard you quarantined the reactor. An engineer died.
Oh, nasty business. But I'm not going to apologize for it. It had to be done. As doctors, we take an oath to do no harm. But sometimes, we have to choose between saving one life or saving several.
What are you suggesting we do?
Simple. You can authorize me to place the head engineer under medical supervision. A combination of chems and therapy will do the rest. There might be some protest, but I think our combined authority will keep that to a minimum.
I'll think about it.
Of course, it's your decision, Overseer. I'm only trying to help.
Let's see if we can talk to any of his medical staff.
Hello there.
We cannot. Okay, let's go find the next dude. Aha. Head engineer Brass.
Overseer, huh? We'll see.
Oh. You got a problem with me?
Not yet.
Not a fan of conversation, huh?
No.
I'm here to talk about your feud with Dr. Loris.
Don't care what security says. Dr. Loris had no right to quarantine the reactor. Leaving Kellerman to die? Murder. That's all there is to it. I want justice, Overseer.
I heard Lois's assistant is missing.
Did they tell you how me and my crew scoured every inch of this vault looking for her? Yeah, that's right. Every loose access panel and every vent. You think I wanted anyone else to die? The only one here that cold-blooded is Dr. Loris. He proved that with Kellerman.
Perception 4. You said you scoured every inch of the vault. What about the quarantine area?
Couldn't, could we? Only Loris and his staff have access once an area is quarantined.
You want me to arrest Dr. Loris?
No. Half this vault thinks he did the right thing. You do anything to him now, that split will turn violent. I want him exposed. Prove to everyone that he's the bad gear in this vault's engine.
Well, we gotta side with somebody. Sure, we'll side with Dr. Brass, this dude. Alright, what's your plan?
Loris put on a good show when he quarantined the reactor area. But what if more happened than folks remember? A few selective edits to the security recordings, and we can make sure everyone sees Loris for what he really is. Now, I can't just waltz into the security office, but you could, being the overseer and all.
They both sound like crooks. How about it?
Just bring the holotape of the recording. I can make the edits myself. And thank you, Overseer. You are doing the right thing.
Okay, let's get the security recording. Let's see what happens with this. We're gonna side with the engineer. Concerns. The faction dividing the vault continues to be the #1 concern. Head Engineer Brass and Dr. Loris, so glad they're in the fight. Each controls a significant portion of the vault staff. There are a few tries to create a vote of panic. Cracking down on this otherwise best left to overseer resolve matters. Show of leadership would not only calm the conflict, but this might unite the vault under a single authority. Sure. Vault reactor incident. Return to the engineer.
Fugitive is attempting to evade capture. Beginning pursuit.
Oh, let's keep going. Just ignore him. Boom.
Kill. Kill.
She's got it.
Almost beginning to like you, Overseer. You got something else?
I mean, I did. The next quest is bugged out. Okay, well, it's bugged out, so let's go help Dr. Loris. The engineer's side of the quest is bugged out. Let's side with Dr. Loris then.
How can I help?
I want to talk about your feud with Dr. Brass again.
Like I said, in my opinion, he needs psychiatric treatment.
Oh, just so much. What are you suggesting we do?
Simple. You can authorize me to place the head engineer under medical supervision. A combination of chems and therapy will do the rest.
Sure.
There might be some protest, but I think our combined authority will keep that to a minimum.
I agree. Completely. Fine. How do we make this happen?
Just take my diagnosis over to the security team and say that you agree with my recommendations.
Absolutely.
Once any unpleasantness is dealt with, I can guarantee you that the vault will be back to peace and quiet in no time.
Oh, here, Security Chief Robinson.
Did you have a question, Overseer?
Yes. I wish to complete the part of the quest that is not bugged out. Dr. Loris wants Brass placed under psychiatric care. Here's his diagnosis.
Delusional paranoia?
That's right.
I suppose his preoccupation with Kellerman's death has strained him to the breaking point.
He's gone crazy.
You sure you want to do this, Overseer?
Absolutely. 100%.
Don't think Brass will come quietly.
He'll be fine.
He'll have the engineers with him, too.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Do it.
By your order, Overseer.
He sounds so nonchalant about it. It's not my fault the quest is bugged out. Get it done. Arrest them.
All right, Brass. The Overseer and I are taking you in.
You're under arrest.
Is that right?
You going to make this easy for everyone?
Don't think I will. No.
He's red. He's red. He's red too. Shoot all the red ones. Got him. Case closed.
Shame it had to end this way. But at
Well,
least
it was
it's
the only
settled.
option that wasn't bugged out.
Thank you for your help, Overseer.
You are most welcome.
Vault's a better place because of you.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm saying.
When I first did a vault simulation, there was a water emergency. Had to ration what little we had.
That's fantastic.
Some people died.
Let's walk up here and not
Right.
listen to the rest of their story.
We were
I did.
I'm back, and I've cracked the case. It was the engineer.
Well, it appears you passed the test.
Yes.
Barely exceeding my low expectations of you.
Hey, a D- is still passing. We did what you asked. Now we need access to the restricted wing.
Yes, I suppose we had a deal. You are officially a graduate of Voltec University,
Woohoo!
entitled to access to all areas.
I did it.
Back down in the vault, simulation space is a maintenance area. It conceals a secondary room that I believe will have what you are looking for.
Fantastic.
It was almost good to see you again, Professor Bott.
Yes,
I just noticed
Overseer,
his hat.
I suppose it was. Congratulations on one of your residents passing the program. You must be proud.
Of course she is.
Actually, I am.
I handled that with grace and
Afraid I don't
poise
have my
and
old cap and gown to share with you.
dignity.
Hopefully, what we'll find in the restricted wing will be even better.
Search the restricted wing. Let's go.
All clear.
We're in.
Is that someone
is
who
it.
needs me to kick their ass?
Somewhere
Oh.
past this maintenance area is the restricted wing.
I dare you, get out here. See what happens to you. I got a juiced up pain train gun. Don't play with me.
You should be, because I'm going to kick your ass when I'm just getting warmed up.
Mr. Gutsy, this dude's got spunk. I like it. There he is. He's talking all that smack and he died so quick. Weakest Mr. Gutsy ever.
Here, this has to be it. Let's see
Definitely.
what they left behind.
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very special Voltec presentation.
It won't stop swaying.
Gold. This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future.
America.
That is why Voltec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves.
What?
Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Voltec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Voltec's signature lead-line containment walls, airtight construction, fusion-powered generators, and automated manufacturing facilities.
This place sounds awesome.
Vault 79.
A golden
A
future.
golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Voltec.
Okay, this sounds fun. An entire vault filled with gold.
For once, the rumor mill gets it right. There is a treasure in that vault. All of America's gold reserves.
That's a lot of security to get past.
Even getting into the vault at all is gonna be a challenge. Let alone dealing with that buffet line of intrusion countermeasures. But the reward? Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could we do with a vault full of precious metals?
Just so much. Intelligence 8. See, this is why it pays to be smart. If everyone knew we had it, we could build a base to recommission trade, establish our own currency.
Exactly.
Boom.
No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight, but one day we could have leverage to create a new economy.
At least
Property
2 days.
rights, taxes, laws, a government.
Oh, about that. We don't need no stinking government, okay? I'll be the warlord of this place. But first, we need to get inside.
We won't be able to do it alone. We need help. Even more importantly, we need people to buy in. To see that gold is their future.
I'm sure the Raiders will help.
Fortunately, you just made contact with 2 large groups of people who both seem to have their own talents.
Yeah, let's get the Raiders. Let's get the Raiders to help. The settlers of Foundation know how to build things? No. Hell, if you're going to break into something, why not ask a bunch of Raiders?
Not my first pick, but it's hard to argue with your point. Do me a favor. Talk to them both. Get all the options on the table.
Okay, so there's still more to this quest. Now we need to go back and talk to Meg and talk to Paige. If there was a third choice, the Brotherhood of Steel, 100%, we go with the Brotherhood. But that's not an option, so we'll see what the Raiders want to say. What's up?
Looks like your little inoculation worked like a charm.
Of course.
We've established your usefulness, but don't mistake our gratitude for hospitality.
You should be on your knees
Yet
thanking
here
me.
you are. That tells me you're not here just to waste my time.
You about to
want
catch
something.
a
It
pain
must be
train
important,
to
else
the
you wouldn't be
face.
barging in here like you run the place. Out with it.
Oh! The treasure here in Appalachia, it's real, locked inside Vault 79.
Well, if that don't pique my interest, please go on. What exactly, pray tell, is inside this Vault 79?
My future. That's for me to know and you to find out.
You playing with me, fool? You better out with it before you try my patience. What's in the vault?
Who are you talking to like that? The U.S. Treasury supply of gold. All of it.
This is a fascinating turn of events, ain't it? The things I could buy with that gold. You know, I heard rumors about it round here. Of course, the last sucker who tried to use the location of the trove as a bargaining chip is still dangling from a wire outside as we speak. Liars get wires, you dig?
He's no
So
fun.
let's pretend for a moment I don't believe you. What you got to convince me?
She's no fun. I want to deal with Rose again. Perception. By my count, you've got a serious supply shortage. Can you afford not to trust me, Meg?
You ain't wrong. Getting into one of them vaults sure would set us up for a while.
I dug up some vault schematics from the VTU. Would you be convinced if I showed them to you?
Shit. You know I could just kill you and take this, right? You got a lot to learn before you can roll with us,
You can
7-6.
certainly try. Try something and I'll break you in half.
Ooh, I like the cut of your jib. Maybe there is hope for you. Toss it up on the board and let's see what you got here.
Event tea time. Wait a minute.
Nah, couldn't be.
Boom. Don't act like you know what this means, okay? You don't have 15 intelligence.
All right.
Uh-huh. I see.
Seems pretty legit.
This is what she's thinking. Uh-huh. There's a line here. And I think that's a letter. She doesn't know how to read. There's a smudge there. Uh-huh. This makes so much sense.
I assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. So we're gonna have ourselves an agreement here, see? I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods. You get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits, you dig?
She is out of her damn mind. What kind of cut are we talking about?
I don't know, 50% of whatever we take in? Now remember who's gonna do all the heavy lifting in there.
It ain't gonna be her.
If the treasure's half as good as you say, well, it should be more than enough to set you up for life. And if you impress me enough, maybe you get to roll with us. That is, long as you're cool with people calling you a raider.
I'll give you 2% tops. I'd like a bigger cut of the loot.
Yeah? Well, I'd like my mama back from the dead in a world that ain't burned up like a post-nuclear turkey dinner. We don't always get what we want.
Oh, in
Look,
this case, we definitely
I know
will.
it ain't what you want to hear, but maybe you get a little bonus if you prove you're worth it, alright?
Always speaking in riddles.
So, first things first. We gotta have a plan to crack that big-ass vault door wide open, right? Easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this Earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, then do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig?
Got it. I'll go talk to Lou.
Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Just try to keep this on the down low, alright? Don't want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig?
I'm telling everybody.
You want? Great. Thanks to that damn broadcast, we got all the rats crawling out of the woodwork.
I hope you're not referring to me.
You bet your ass I am. Anyone that ain't one of us is just a rat feeding off our scraps. We come back to Appalachia and we're neck deep in these so-called settlers.
The
Not
quest?
to mention cultists.
Okay, she's just ranting. The quest
Always speaking in
finished.
riddles.
You lost?
I thought we would get to talk to the other one too, but I guess not. All right, we're going with the Raiders then. Boom. What do we get? Some Radaway. Nice.